Imagine going to an ocean shore or riverbank, then discovering a glass bottle with rolled up piece of paper. Inside is someone's deepest secret. You pick it up, feeling the smooth glass cool in your hand, and carefully pull out the note. As you unroll the paper, you feel a chill. It's as if you are about to unlock a door into someone else's soul, a place where secrets have been buried for years. The words scrawled on the page are shaky, raw, and urgent. "I've never told anyone this before," they begin, and you can feel the weight of emotions that have finally broken free from silence. You realize you're holding not just words, but fragments of someone's truth, moments they've hidden away, carried alone, waiting for the right moment to be heard. Suddenly, you feel a connection, a bond with this stranger you'll never meet. But their confession, it lingers, pulling you in, making you wonder what secrets lie hidden in the hearts of those around you. What stories are waiting, like this one, to finally see the light? Join me as we unveil these hidden truths, one confession at a time. Welcome to a place where secrets are set free. Hello, hello. Welcome to Chronicles Julie, where we are going to dive headfirst into the craziest, most ridiculous, and sometimes painfully relatable stories that the internet and the general public has to offer. Today, I've got a lineup of wild stories that will make you feel like maybe, just maybe, your life isn't so bad after all. We are talking cringe dates, family drama, and more disastrous life choices that you can shake up a meme at. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you're not already. Okay, let's do this. First and foremost, I want to explain that my wife and I do not have any children. My wife has always wanted kids, but after we married and tried to have a family for over a year, I was tested and turns out I am pretty much completely infertile. This really hurt her, and we both decided to not have a donor. Her sister has two kids. We live close to them, and so we spent a lot of time together. My wife and nephew became very close, and she acted like a second mother to him. Currently, he's 19, and she still loves to spend time with him. However, I cannot lie and say that it isn't a little odd now, and the other day something very odd happened. We have a hot tub and we had some family over to spend time outside. We all finished eating and whatnot, and some of us wanted to get into the tub. I went upstairs to my bedroom, and as I rounded the corner, the bedroom door opened and my wife walks out in her bikini. And behind her walks out my nephew shirtless with his swim shorts on. I just watched them smile at me walk down the stairs. The rest of the night this was on my mind. In bed, I asked her why they changed together. She immediately got defensive and told me that nothing happened. She just needed help tying her suit. I asked her, "So, he saw you naked?" She said, "Yeah, but it's not a big deal. We are family." This has been on my mind constantly, and I just need someone to tell me what the hell is going on. Wow. It's so weird. Okay, if the kid, it's even, if that kid was a girl, it would be understandable. But a guy who's 19, that's a grown-up kid. I don't know if I should still be calling him a kid because he's grown. Why would a grown-ass woman, go into a room alone with a kid and change together with that kid who is a boy and 19? That boy knows a lot. He's grown, he's mature. A boyfriend of 10 years cheated on me, got married, and blocked me. First, I must say, I come from a country with very closed culture, third world, in which some families even dating is considered taboo and forbidden. I'm 30 years old and met him who's also 30 in university. We both studied medicine, we were in our friend group, and we started dating in the second year of university. We were both around 19 at the time. We were very close, we had similar hobbies and interests, similar family backgrounds, similar plans for the future, and also we had loads of fun when we were together. We never got bored with each other. There was this girl in our friend group during university, she's 2 years younger than us, who had a crush on him and made advances towards him. This was about 5 years into our relationship. I talked to him about it and he promised to limit his contact with her and tell her to stop coming in between us, and I believed it. For context, she would call him whenever she knew him and I were on a date, asking his help with medical issue, and he would stop the date to go and help her, which I thought was out of his kindness at the time. While dating, we had talked about marriage. And we had decided to get married after graduation and after his compulsory military service had finished. But during his military service, he had become depressed and so told me he wasn't ready for marriage. I must add, his military service wasn't terrible. He had shifts as a doctor in the military hospital in our home and was home most nights of the month. But regardless, I understood and didn't put pressure on him for marriage, as I also have dysthymia, which is a type of depressive disorder, and suffered from MDD, also known as clinical depression, during university. I tried to be as supportive as possible, didn't even put pressure on him to go on dates or this kind of stuff. Most of the time he said he didn't have money, so I paid for the meals and everything else, which was okay with me, because at this time in our relationship, I considered him like my husband, someone I've chosen to spend my life with. We had decided to go live and work in Europe. Both had taken our IELTS exam. He said he wanted to leave the country and have a better life in Europe or Canada, because remember, we live in a third world country. He was more eager than me to emigrate. Further on, during our 9th and 10th year of dating, about 2 years after his military service was finished, he became very distant. We live in the same town, but we only saw each other twice a month. He didn't text or call as much, and we barely had any physical contact. Times and times again, I brought up this matter, and he would say he's depressed, he can't handle his life, he can't take care of himself, and so on. I asked him if he still wanted to move to Europe, and he would say yes, he does, and he is trying for it. I believed him, pushed him to see a psychiatrist, supported him mentally, was there for him whenever he had an argument with his family, helped him get shifts at the same clinic I work, which was lighter workload and better pay. I covered his shift whenever he was sick, helped him visit a psychologist and start meds, paid for his car to be fixed, helped pay for a new phone since the old one wasn't working, helped pay for the IELTS exam fee, and so on. Wow. But still, our relationship became more and more distant until about a month ago. That girl I mentioned before called me yelling, saying that why was I texting and calling her husband? He was a wife, and so on. That's how I found out. I asked a friend who I had cut ties with because my boyfriend had said that that friend had bullied him before and caused drama about this. And he said, yeah, these two had been dating on and off for the past 4 to 5 years and had got married last year, but they had held a private ceremony and hadn't invited any of her friends or his friends to keep me from finding out, probably. And when I confronted him, first he denied. Then when I told him I know, he admitted that they had gotten married. When I wanted to ask further, he started saying that he has heart palpitations and feels dizzy and so on and needs to hang up. After that, he has blocked me on everything and has arranged his shifts at the clinic in a way that we won't see each other. After asking around from his cousins, of which didn't know about me dating him, I found out that they had been dating on and off for the past 5 years or so, and last year the girl had gone to their house and announced and introduced herself as his girlfriend. His parents are very strict, so they told him he had to marry her, and he obeyed. They had gotten married a year ago, but he still kept seeing me as well, and I don't know why. Now, a month has passed and he hasn't apologized, hasn't asked about how I'm doing, hasn't explained anything to me, hasn't even paid back the money he owes me or returned the books I had lent him. The audacity. Alright, that's it for today. I'd love to know which story you found the most relatable or shocking at that. So make sure to drop your thoughts in the comments below.